The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
It's the Anthony Cumia Show on this Sunday evening. And thank you for tuning in. My God. What, where, when, how, who. This is getting really out of hand. And I've said that for quite some time now. Every day you go, ooh, now we've reached a level but now we've just, oh my God. We're not even that upset. We're not surprised. We're not shocked. Another presidential assassination attempt. All those radio stations, I should be the guy. Hey, it's your assassination station. We're here covering all your assassination news. It's gotten to that point. No one really seems to care. It could be a few reasons. There could be a few. I'm sure if a Democrat president was in office, it would be a huge deal. But for some reason, it doesn't seem like conservatives, Republicans, right-leaning, MAGA, they don't seem to pop shots off at Democrats, especially presidents. You know, everyone was thinking when Obama was elected that this systemically racist country would be popping shots off at him left and right. Didn't happen. Biden, a stick figure, a demented stick figure walking around, leaving the gates to the kingdom open so that illegals could stream in. No one took a pot shot at him. And thank God. Let me make that clear. I would never suggest that is an answer to a political rivalry. But boy, the left, Democrats, insane, impressionable people, they can't stop trying to kill the president. They just can't stop. And like I was saying, it's just they are so easily influenced because they are weak-minded people. They are easily upset. They are 100% emotion-driven. Facts, logic, reason has no place in their thick skulls. So when the media, everyone, Hollywood, commercials, the politicians, when they tell these people that Donald Trump is a Nazi, he's Hitler reincarnated, they believe it. And when they reinforce it with something has to be done, we got to take this war to the streets. We need to, put a crosshair on their heads. They use this terminology that these weak-minded people gravitate toward. And then before you know it, you have a bounty of assassination attempts on Donald Trump. It's not America. It's not a good thing. Assassination attempts used to be huge, a huge story. Assassinations were huge stories. But even the attempts, I remember years ago, Squeaky Fromm, good old Squeaky Fromm, one of Charles Manson's gals, one of those gals, tried to assassinate Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford was one of the most inconsequential, boring, No one cared about Gerald Ford. And that was a big deal when it happened. It was a big story. They covered the trial of Squeaky Fromm. And now, I mean, what are we on? The 6th assassination attempt? They like to tell you this is only 3. There's plenty more. I'll get into it a little later in the show. But, yeah. At Mar-a-Lago, a guy with a shotgun, the guy at the golf course, Butler, Pennsylvania, a guy that tried to kill him with a forklift, if you remember, in 2017. There are more assassination attempts on Trump than I have to imagine any other president. But they don't like classifying them as assassination attempts. No, no, no. Like that dimwit. That dimwit Keith Olbermann. He's on social media right now saying, this doesn't qualify as an assassination attempt. Stop lying. Doesn't qualify. What? The guy, this Cole Thomas Allen, went to the hotel that the event, the White House Correspondents' Dinner was in. He got a room the day before, which totally outsmarted all the security. Wow, we couldn't imagine that the assassin would come a day earlier. Holy jeez. We'll get into that, too, the complete incompetence. I know that Trump and everyone said they're heroic, Secret Service, the cops, law enforcement. I am one of the most pro-law enforcement guys you'll talk to. But this was another cluster F, another dropped the ball. And the guy goes in there. He's got his guns with him that he took from California illegally. I don't care if he bought them because they're trying that too. You know the Democrats. They'll never waste a good opportunity to take guns away from law-abiding citizens. And he goes in, he's got guns, he comes down with a gun, assembles it right next to security, and then runs toward the room that the president's in after putting together a manifesto. They all have a manifesto, don't they? Where he spells it out. Donald Trump, he's evil, he's this, he's pedo, rape, but that, all the stuff he said. There isn't a doubt in any reasonable person's mind at what this guy's intentions were. And people like that idiot Keith Olbermann and a bunch of other liberal Democrats on social media will not say that this was indeed an assassination attempt. I think Olbermann said it was because it wasn't in close proximity. Like, he didn't get to Trump. So if he didn't get to him and shoot him, I guess you could say, well, it wasn't an attempt because he didn't do it. And then when somebody actually does injure the president, President Trump, shoot him in the ear, they say that was a lie. It was set up. It was staged. It was fake. So it's either not happening, it's not even an assassination attempt, or it's a complete staged lie. And, I mean, you cannot get through to these people. They're that thick. They're that stupid. They're that destroyed by Donald Trump. Trump destroyed them mentally. They were already hanging on by fingernails. You look at them, you listen to them. They're not right in the head. I never realized, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't always this way, but I've been very surprised over the course of recent years at how unbelievably mentally ill just about half the country is. Unless there's they're fudging the numbers. We've always been told we're pretty evenly divided between liberal and conservative, Republican and Democrat and whatnot. The elections are normally pretty close unless you have some dope like Kamala Harris running. And that would lead you to believe half the country is mentally ill to sometimes extreme extents. And we see it on social media. You see these lunatics in their car. They got the phone. They're recording themselves or streaming it live. They're crying about something ridiculous, something that a normal person would look at and go, knock it off. Like The Godfather. You got to give him a smack. You can act like a man. What's the matter with you? But that's half the country? I never would have thought. Never would have thought half the country is mental. But when you see something like this happen, an attempted assassination of the president, again, and you just see this litany of excuses and people that took the opportunity. We'll get to that later, too. Ana Navarro just started spouting off, trashing Trump literally hours after an attempted assassination of the president. And these people are trashing him, trying to blame him for the assassination attempt. And others, of course, are saying that this one, too, is fake and it's staged. And then people saying, again, it's a distraction because nothing really ever happens anymore, does it? Is there ever anything that actually happens anymore? Or is it all some kind of cover-up, some diversion, deflection for something else that when it came up was a diversion or deflection? It's, it's insane.